Hello everyone, and welcome inside the newsroom at Townsquare Towers in downtown Toms River. With your Townsquare Media Jersey Shore News Weekend Report, I'm Vin Ebenu. New details have been released by the Ocean County prosecutor regarding the fatal Porsche accident in Toms River on November 10th that killed the driver and his passenger. Ocean County prosecutor Bradley Bilheimer said that the Ocean County Medical Examiner's toxicology report revealed that the driver of the vehicle, Braden D. Martin of Toms River, had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.189, as well as an active marijuana level of 22 nanograms with a metabolite THC level of 18 nanograms in his system at the time of the accident on Hooper Avenue the Sunday morning of the crash. The passenger in the vehicle, Daniel Foley of Toms River, had a BAC of 0.087. Martin was speeding down Hooper Avenue when he lost control of the vehicle and struck the median and embankment before his Porsche Boxster went flying into the air and landed upside down inside of an office building. The crash remains under investigation. It's a message that's been made crystal clear by lawmakers, but especially by police officers and other emergency vehicle operators. If you see one of those vehicles pulled over on the side of any road, move over. A Brick police officer narrowly avoided injury this week after a car sped on by and smashed into his police cruiser on Route 70 westbound that was pulled over on the side of the road as he was conducting a motor vehicle stop. The driver stopped after the collision and was issued a summons for improper passing of an emergency vehicle, also known as the Move Over Law. We have video of the incident on our mobile app. While expressing sorrow for the death of Stephanie Pars, the parents of the now deceased man accused of murdering the 25-year-old said through a lawyer that they don't believe that their son committed the crime. At the time, John Osbilgan took his life in November after an arrest for child porn charges. He was a person of interest in the disappearance. Monmouth County prosecutor Chris Gramiccioni said this week that Osbilgan had left behind a suicide note that told his parents that what they would hear on the news would be true, with the exception of the allegations of child porn. Gramiccioni added that, quote, no one else is responsible for her death. That responsibility belongs to John Osbilgan and John Osbilgan alone, close quote. His parents believe John is innocent, the child porn charges are false, and it was the charges plus the searches for Stephanie Pars that led to his suicide, not the guilt of murder. A 3-judge panel has sided with the state Supreme Court that an Ocean County judge who suggested that a woman should, quote, close her legs, close quote, to avoid a sexual assault should be removed from the bench. The panel's recommendation mirrors what the court decided last summer in the case of Superior Court Judge John Russo Jr., who has been on unpaid suspension during his appeal. He can now file a response and will have a hearing in March. 2 Ocean County men are heading to prison for trying to arrange sex with underage victims who turned out to be undercover police officers. Valvi Lowinger of Lakewood and Brian Degnan of Toms River were sentenced to state prison terms and must register as sex offenders under Megan's Law. Lowinger sent lewd images of himself to who he thought was a 15-year-old girl, while Degnan tried to meet a 15-year-old boy with lewd materials in his car. Both were among 24 arrested in a statewide sting looking for child predators. While Toms River Schools is working on balancing the budget for the 2020-21 school year in the midst of a fight for funding from the state, full-day kindergarten will be spared from the chopping block. In a letter to the school community, Toms River Regional School Superintendent David Healy confirmed kindergarten will remain in place for next school year. It's not known yet if and what cuts may also be made because of the school funding formula in the future. Stay tuned on air and online all weekend long for all the latest Jersey Shore news, weather, and traffic. Make sure you download our free mobile app, where all of our content covering the Jersey Shore is available anytime. In the newsroom at Townsquare Towers in downtown Toms River, I'm Vin Ebenu with your Townsquare Media Jersey Shore News Weekend Report.